Indie games. One of my most favorite types of games to talk about. If you're wondering what an indie game is basically a game either made by a small group or just one individual person. There are tons and tons of creative and wonderful indie games out there, but for me, if I had to pick out what my favorite genre of indie games are, it would be indie horror games. I am a huge fan of horror in general, so seeing other people's take on horror is really exciting and fun. Sometimes an indie horror game can become a smash hit overnight, like this, or this, or this, or other times they can fall flat on their face, like this, or this.
Give me in! Freddy! Freddy, you bitch! Freddy!
Especially
this.
this.
Game is just absolutely...
Yeah, some of these games aren't exactly that good, but I don't want to be too harsh. Making a game in general is incredibly difficult. The fact that people actually made a game at all is nothing short of impressive.
I wish I could make a game.
Basically, there are three types of indie horror games. The first category is the overnight sensations, the second are the not so good ones, but for me, the third one is definitely my favorite out of all of them, which is the diamond in the rough. There are tons and tons of indie games out there, but sometimes I come across an indie game by complete accident, and I'm surprised not many people have heard of these types of games before. While looking across YouTube one day, I came across a treasure trove of indie horror games. This series is known as the Of the Killer series, or the Strange Town series, if you will. Basically, these games are little separate adventures. You don't have to really play them in order. They're just fun little mini games that you can play with a slightly creepy atmosphere to them, and a lot of surreal artwork too. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna review each of the games in the series. So I hope you guys enjoy. This first game we're gonna be reviewing today is called Voice of the Killer. This game starts off with our main character BB, who has an adorable character design by the way, on her way to her job at a call center.
I love BB's design. She looks like the P-Pals logo from PBS Kids.
Things seem to be going normally, or as normal as this world can be, until she begins to notice her coworkers acting in a weird way. Her coworkers are covered in these strange white sheets and having an almost ghost-like appearance. And as she moves further and further into the building, things become more and more distorted and way more creepy. There's not really much you can do in this game except walk around and make your way to the end. There are tons of really surreal moments and really strange sequences. I absolutely love the visuals in this game, but there's really not much you can do. For me, this game is a thumbs in the middle. It's short, simple, and to the point, but it's definitely a fun little adventure. I'm not going to be too harsh on this game because literally it's the first game in the series, but for me, the games really don't pick up until we get to the second one, which I'm really excited to talk about next episode. So yeah, it's a short, fun, little spooky adventure. And it's really sad that not many people know more about this series. That's why I'm here to talk about them today, to let more people know about them. I'll put links in the description below for you guys to play them for yourselves.
This game is like a breath of fresh air. Thumbs middle for me.